Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to draw manga hair. I'm not going to go into any specific hairstyle, but I'm just going to show you some basic techniques about how to draw hair. Okay, the first step would be to draw the head. Okay, so I've already gone and drawn a head. If you need to see my tutorial about how to draw heads and faces, just click on the MangaLessons logo right here. Okay, I've also left in the guidelines, so if anyone wants to go ahead and copy this kind of drawing, just look at the guidelines. They're the same as the one in the other tutorial. Next step will be drawing the bangs. Okay, before going to actually drawing the bangs, I want to point out a few things. One is the hairline, this orange line right over here. The second is the growth point, this green dot right here. The hairline is generally where your hair starts growing. So see how all the lines for the hair kind of follow this orange line right here? You want to do that for your own hairline. You want to make it curved because making it flat like this kind of looks awkward. Also, if you pull up your hair, like if you pull up your bangs so to show your forehead, you don't have a flat forehead, but you have a round forehead like this. Another thing you should know about the hairline is that everything behind this orange line, like I said before, is hair. So these gaps that show the forehead, there shouldn't be a gap like this behind this orange line right here. All of these are correct. You can have lines going past the orange line, just not gaps like this one. So this one is wrong. But all of the others are good. Okay, now about the growth point. See how all of these lines here kind of converge to this dot? You can extend it as far as the dot if you want, but just know that even the short lines should kind of invisibly connect to the green dot up here. And you also don't have to have just one growth point. You can have two, or you can put it on the side like this one. So I've also marked where if you turn the head, the growth point also turns. And over here, I marked where you could possibly have a ponytail. Like in a ponytail, your hair would be gathered, so it would be kind of like a growth point of sorts. So here's from the side, and here's from the back. And you can also do like fun things and try like out different kind of points if you want, like I did here, kind of. All of these lines converge to that dot, on this side, this dot. Okay, now I'll actually go into drawing the bangs. I usually don't do this, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'll draw in the hairline. And there's no one way to draw the hairline. This is just like a simplified version, I guess. And if you put it higher, you'll have a larger forehead. If you put it lower, you'll have a smaller forehead. Okay, so there's my rough hairline. And I'm going to draw my growth point right here. Okay, now let's start drawing bangs. I usually start in the center, so I kind of tend to draw one big line down the center, and I start clumping my hair into a general M shape, where I'll have a big clump in the center and two kind of smaller clumps on the side. I also put hair in between the clumps just to make it look natural. Clumping the hair makes it a little bit more organized, where if you have lots and lots of tiny stringy hairs, it kind of looks like a mess and really jumbled and messy. But if you put it to clumps, even though you have thin lines, it looks kind of neat because they're organized in some sort of way. So you also want to put a lot of variance where there are some short lines and some long lines for your bangs. And also, another thing I like to do is put hair on the sides. I don't know why, but I think it looks nice. Okay. Also, you want your hair to curve out a little bit from the sides because hair doesn't necessarily stick flat on your head unless it's wet. So I like to draw a little bit puffy hair. And this is about it for the bangs. It's the final step and time to draw the rest. Okay, so I brought out our head again. And I'm not going to go into specifics on any sort of style of hair, so I'm just going to give you different pointers about hair works. hair should curve. Unless you're doing a really like spiky kind of style, I would recommend curving the hair, but even for spiky hairstyles, putting a slight curve will make it look a little bit more natural. Remember, hair also wraps around the head, so follow the headline. And I also like on the top of the head to go a little bit off the head, a little bit, because like I said before, hair doesn't stick flat on the head. So something like this would be good. I actually don't like this. Another point I wanted to cover is about tapering. See how I taper my edges into kind of like a triangle? A lot of manga styles do this. So I'll go into a brief segment about tapering. Okay, here are just a few examples of different styles of hair. Okay, and this one is thin strands of hair where it gently tapers to the point. This one, the strands of hair are pretty thick and they taper rapidly to the ends of the hair. I actually prefer a third type where it's a kind of, I call it a tulip maybe, where it starts thick, but then it kind of curves into the point right here. I feel it makes my hair a little bit more gentle and fluffy. Now I'm just going to go kick it up into time-lapse mode so you can see the rest of this hair. Since I'm not doing a long and short hair tutorial, some tips for long hairs to remember that, like I said before, the hair curves, so you definitely want a nice gentle curve for long hair, so make it seem more bushy and natural. Okay, I just erased the lines and like shaded it in and fixed some things up. But this is pretty much the same thing you saw. And if you like this tutorial, please subscribe to me because I'm going to be putting the tutorials up every week. Well, thank you for watching, guys. Until next time, bye-bye.